Well, we had, we believe there were 5 sisters in the house originally, but we only have a picture over there and there's only 4. I had always heard there were 5 girls, okay? But so I don't know what happened to that, for the young lady. I don't know if maybe when that picture was taken she'd already moved on and was married or something, or if she had passed away early on, or what the, you know, the whole information was about her family.
Okay.
What was
Do you
that?
even remember him? Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
What? I heard it.
I didn't hear anything.
What'd you hear?
Are you recording?
I'm recording, but
What'd you hear?
I just now turned it off.
you didn't hear that? It was a female voice, wasn't it? Hey, my paranormal people! What's going on? I'm glad you're able to join us on this paranormal road trip. I'm actually on my way up to our investigation tonight. And before I reveal where we're going and where we're investigating, there's this place on the way over there that I've noticed before, never really paid much attention to it, but it seems like a little ghost town. I'm really curious about it, so let's go check it out. What do you think? Let's go see what it's about. Foster community began in the fall of 1821 as a permanent campsite settled by Randolph Foster on what was then one of the largest single land grants in Texas. By the end of World War II, several factors led to the community's decline: the end of the area sugar crops, the closing of the railroad, the Great Depression, and changes in ownership and farming techniques. In 1944, the community schools, post office, and general stores closed. Today, adjacent to Houston, the state's largest urban area, Foster exists in a memory as a pioneer Texas community. Pretty interesting. Really, really cool. Sometimes on your paranormal trips or trip flashbacks and you take some back roads, you'll be surprised on what you can find. Some of this hidden history of these places that people really don't think about. You just drive by and don't really pay attention. Just kind of caught a glimpse of it, decided to turn around and pulled up here. But what a cool, beautiful place. The Foster community. Who knew? So there you go. Awesome. What a cool little detour. All right, let's head back on the road. Get back to where we're going. Let's do it. Now let's head over to Tomball, Texas, which is just about 35 miles northwest of Houston. That area was first settled in the mid-1800s because of the rich soil for farming and cattle and the thick forest for lumber, and was initially named Peck. But it was later changed and named after Thomas Ball, a lawyer for Trinity and Brazos Valley Railroad, after he convinced them to run the line right through downtown, which caused an explosion in population, and especially hotels, saloons, mercantile stores, etc., etc. Which is why we're heading over to meet our good friend Heather from the Texas Ghost Gals at Tejas Chocolate and Barbecue, which was recently featured in a Travel Channel show because of the history and, well, the great food, but especially because it's, you guessed it, it's haunted. So let's go check it out. We can come back and then drive. Hey, I'm here with Heather and Mel, but she's way over there. We're leaving the Tejas Man, what'd you think of the sausage, Heather?
Oh my God, that sausage was amazing.
Man, it was so good. Was it the chile relleno sausage?
Relleno with queso and pepper.
The freaking rib I had was amazing.
Yeah, you look like
so, obviously the Tejas is haunted. Came over here earlier, a couple weeks ago, and I got some really cool interviews. So check it out while we walk right down the street, and we're gonna go get us some mead, which that place is also supposedly haunted. So yeah, let's go check it out. Let's go get some mead.
You know, there is a ghost in here.
Okay.
Back in I think it was like 1935.
Uh-huh.
There was a guy named Rufus. He was driving his truck on the track
Yeah.
across the way, and thought he could make it, so he tried to beat the train, but
Sure.
didn't beat the train. So
Yeah.
he passed away right there, honestly.
Wow.
And he lived upstairs in the house.
Oh, so
for
he
a
did
while.
live up here.
Yeah.
Oh
he did live
wow. So
upstairs
that's
for a
why
while.
he's attached.
So there's one up
Uh-huh.
there, and then there's one that kind of bounces between all the three buildings that are right here on this property line.
I'm Joshua.
Joshua, you work as a
I work as an all-around type guy. I just
okay.
fill in wherever I'm needed.
Okay. So what have you experienced here?
So a few weeks ago, I was working in the kitchen,
Uh-huh.
doing dishes. Seemed like a normal night. Everyone's up front for one reason or another. I'm alone in the kitchen, and I just hear this loud whispering, like just whispering.
Wow.
You know, it was so loud that you'd think you'd be able to hear the words, but you still couldn't hear the words.
Yeah.
And then it just stopped out of nowhere.
Wow. Your name is?
I'm Kelly.
And you're
I'm actually the owner.
the owner, Kelly. Awesome.
So-
Where are we? What is this about?
So this is a meadery,
Uh-huh.
and we sell honey wine, and we have our traditional mead that we call the OG, and it's actually for an original ghost that happens to frequent the area apparently.
What exactly is mead?
Mead is making like honey wine. So normally when you make wine, you're fermenting the sugars out of grapes.
Okay.
We ferment the sugar out of honey.
Honey.
So you can see on our wall here, your traditional mead is a honey water yeast recipe. You can add, fruit to it. You can add herbs and spices, that kind of thing. And it just takes it.
Do you guys experience anything here? So apparently, right, y'all are kind of connected to the whole Tejas. I saw it on TV, and there's the alleyway supposedly.
Yeah, so the alleyway is right behind us
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
So we've seen some interesting stuff on our surveillance cameras.
Really?
But, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's anything bad that, anybody should be concerned
No, absolutely,
about.
and that's what that's what they were telling me as well. That it's nothing to be scared of. It's actually pretty interesting knowing that you can come over here, have a glass of mead, which it's really good, by the way, guys. I highly recommend it. This is awesome. But knowing that there's also a ghost story involved with this, how cool is that? That you get to sit here and have some spirits around you.
Exactly.
So, thank you so much for your time and telling us what this is about and the ghost story. I didn't even know there's a ghost attached to you guys. Maybe it's just because of the alleyway. And we're coming back. We're coming back. So, what'd you think of the mead?
That mead was really good. That what was it? Blueberry.
Blueberry, whatever. Blueberry, gooseberry.
Homemade, Yeah.
Really good.
I could see myself drink a couple of that.
I like the boozeberry because she didn't finish hers. I had to kill it. Hey, but it was good though.
That's
it was
great.
good. So we got to be in our full,
Yes, I gotta be in
senses.
my mindset.
Yeah, before we go to this investigation.
Now,
so I took one for the team. Now afterwards,
Afterwards is another story.
we're gonna go hit up a couple local breweries after. No, but actually first we're about to head over to where we're gonna go investigate, and it's the Tomball Museum. What's the house called?
Oh my God.
We forget, the Griffin House or something. You know what?
That does sound right.
As soon as we get there, we'll tell y'all what the house is called. But let's head over there and let's get this investigation on.
Ready?
The Griffin, we call it the Griffin House. Okay, the house is a true antebellum home that was built during the Civil War, and which 1864, 1865, about in that time period. The other thing about the house is, this house is written up a lot of times in the Chronicle because we supposedly have a ghost that's in this house. I was giving a tour and I was in the room, next room over the second parlor, and we were fixing to move into the dining room, and this lady just kind of stood there, and I said, "Are you ready?" And she said, "Do you see her?" And I kind of looked and I said, "No, I don't see her." And I looked again and she said, "Oh, she's gone." And so then we walked through, we kept touring, and we came around and we came what I call back into the house right here, and she said, "Oh, it was one of those ladies right there in the picture over there." And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yes, she was dressed just like that."
Mary McCoy. And what do you do here, Mary?
I'm the director of the museum,
Director of the museum.
and I've been involved with the museum since about 1988. Mr. Charlton started the museum, and this was his property.
It floods real bad back there too.
Oh, yeah, it does fly.
It does.
And we're very fortunate because if you're ever in downtown Houston along the bayou, the Sam Houston Park is right there, and there's a house that's very much like ours, built almost in the same time period, but
Sorry, the light's flickering. Are
Is
you
that
watching?
is that
Yes.
normal for the lights to flicker
That light
like that?
keeps going on and off.
It was
So
flickering.
I did not.
I noticed a couple times. I mean, it could be electrical, but
it could be electrical.
The one on the right
In a
is
house
already
that's old,
flickering.
it could be.
it could be.
Yeah. Well, we had, we believe there were 5 sisters in the house originally, but we only have a picture over there and there's only 4. I had always heard there were 5 girls, okay? But so I don't know what happened to that, the young lady. I don't know if maybe when that picture was taken, she'd already moved on and was married or something, or if she had passed away early on, or what the whole information was about her family. Okay, the next building is a church. I saw it. Okay, it's a really nice church. It came from down off of Grant Road, Cypress, towards that way. Now there's another treasure trove of spirits and things. It's over in Old Spring.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and that cotton gin came from Old Spring. It was the Winchie cotton gin. Okay.
Which
and
they're doing Winchie Cafe. They're reopening.
They're
are they going
redoing
to
it. Yep.
reopen it now? Okay.
We did an investigation there, God, years ago, when we first started doing 20-something years ago. And we were out there at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why we were walking around 2 o'clock in the morning, but we shot some video in one of the rooms upstairs, and something like moved across the window. And it looked like a box. It was like the square thing, but you can just see it move right across the window.
Really?
So we went back and we talked to the owners, and we sat down with them. We were like, "Hey, was there anybody here at 2 o'clock in the morning to be moving stuff?" And they're like, "No, there's no way. We shut down at midnight or something like. Everybody's gone by then, or we shut down I forgot when they shut down, but they're like, everybody's gone by midnight. Like at 2 o'clock in the morning, there's nobody up there
Nobody's here.
moving stuff around. So just something pretty interesting. I'll provide a link here so you guys can watch it later. It's pretty. It's old recovered VHS video, so don't expect anything.
Found footage.
Yeah, but you can see it. It's crazy. It's really good. All right, here we go. Wow, this is beautiful at night, the church. So we're going next door to the church, just to run through it real quick before we come back and actually start our investigation back in the Griffin house. Such a beautiful church. and then the doctor's house is next. The doctor's office or house, or both, is next door. But yeah, we're gonna check out the church. We're gonna walk through it just to see. It's such a special treat to go inside anyway. And then what little time we have left, we're gonna try to make contact in the Griffin house. That we're gonna assume it's probably one of the daughters, right? All right, hey Mel, what'd you think of the church?
The church is nice. We would definitely get some activity if we went in the church and spend any time.
Unfortunately, we're not going to spend any time at the church, although that would be cool. Maybe we can come back.
That would be nice.
But our main focus tonight is the Griffin house. What do you think of the Griffin house so
I
far,
think
Mel?
it's beautiful.
But what are you feeling? Anything? Are you picking anything up? Or?
Yes, definitely in that room where the light was swaying. That chandelier. And I'm wanting to say like in that front room.
Well, we're about to go in and start this quick investigation. We don't have a lot of time, but we're gonna,
But we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back,
definitely
but
come back.
let's see what we can pick up. We're gonna go into the Griffin house. Now, keep in mind that some devices, some apps on the phone are gonna be used.
Yeah,
even
a little bit.
even the K2 meters, we use them, of course, but I'm not. I'm not convinced on that it's spirit communication. They have been going off. They have been going off. One's been making noise, which is weird. I don't know. To me, it tells me there's some kind of electrical issue, technical issue, but I don't know. You never know. But we're just gonna give it a shot. Let's see what we can capture. We're about to go on in, so let's do this. Yeah, Mel's hurting right now. Let's go. Hold on, just real quick. So what's going on now in every room?
In every room, right in the middle, we're getting
somewhere near
we're getting K2. I mean,
Some
hits
K2 hits.
strong in the middle of the hallway, in the middle of here.
just so they can hear.
Do you think it revolves around?
We got it in the middle of the girls' room.
Yes, we did.
We got it in the middle over here. I did when I was standing by the Bible.
Now we're in
Look,
the ladies' parlor.
look. No,
There's nothing.
Nothing?
It's nothing.
Hmm.
It's not poor
Yeah.
wiring. And yet,
like literally right
What
in the
happens
middle.
down on the floor level, like all the way down? Excuse me. Nothing.
But what happens is it walks right through us and then leaves. That's what I'm noticing.
she's wandering around the house.
Like she's walking right through the middle and then goes somewhere else. Weird. Here, come sit down. I don't want to inundate. Sit back.
Gonna do a burst session in the entry hall. All of us are here.
Both K2s are going, yeah.
We'd like to speak to the person or persons that welcomed us into this building here in the hallway by flickering the light or making our lights light up colorful colors. And we'd like to see if you would like to talk to us. My K2's going. So if there's something you would like to tell us, now's the time.
Oh, look at here. What just lit up.
We're all friendly here. Did something happen, like a surprise, or something that shocked you, or was unexpected?
Sam Houston, did you like to meet Sam Houston? Did you greet him when he came through the door?
Do
What was
you even
that?
remember him?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
What?
I heard it.
I didn't hear anything.
I
What'd you
totally
hear?
did.
Are you recording?
I'm recording, but
Are you recording?
I just
I
now
didn't
turned
hear
it off.
anything
you didn't hear that? That was
I
a
was
female
talking.
voice, wasn't it?
Something.
Did you hear?
Like that.
Was that one of you? Or
Wasn't
No,
me.
It was back.
I was talking, wasn't
oh,
I?
what was the last question that was asked?
It was
Because
back behind you.
I heard it over
I
here.
was asking about
So-
Sam Houston, if you like to greet
Well,
Sam
I was
Houston.
starting to say he would have just been another man. And you said, what was that? I didn't,
Yeah,
was
it
it me
would-
talking?
Yeah, it was like,
Oh,
Just like
no,
that.
it was me. I just said, was he just
No, it
another
wasn't.
man?
yeah, it was like right after you asked the question, all of a sudden I heard a,
Oh.
just like that. That's exactly what it sounded
Me
like.
too. I heard it.
And you know how skeptical I am, but I heard that.
I didn't hear it.
That was
I
crazy.
didn't hear.
I don't know how
was
you heard it
talking,
and
so
you
I
heard
didn't
it and I
hear.
Yeah, well, I looked up and I saw Heather react
Can you
too.
rewind your?
I was in the middle of talking.
Did you like to meet Sam Houston? Did you greet him when he came through the door?
Do you even remember him?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
All right, guys, we're done. Heather, my boy Ronnie, Mel, and Lori, and somebody else that will go not mentioned in this video. Thank you guys. Thank you all. It was a short, quick investigation.
Yes, it was.
But it was actually pretty effective. We picked up some
Absolutely.
stuff. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a
It
lot of
was.
fun. Beautiful, beautiful old house. The church was cool too. Mary was awesome. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you guys, and we hope to see you on the next Paranormal Road Trip. Let's get out of here. Let's go get a beer. Hey, what's going on, paranormal people? You know what? In fact, get rid of this.
A little warm.
Jeez. Welcome,
to breathe.
welcome to the follow-up video of the Tomball Museum, which is actually a
place.
few months after the fact, after the recording, because
It was cold at night.
not only was it cold, but there was no Rona.
No, everybody was Rona free at that point.
Things
Rona
have-
wasn't even a thing.
Things have kind of shut down. They reopened, and now they're shut down again. So we're in the middle of the
But we
second shutdown.
snuck a cool one.
Hey, you know what? There's still some places that are open, and that's what we're doing. We're enjoying. We're here at Cisco's Salsa Company in Tomball, Texas, which is actually right down the street from the Tomball Museum. This
And we're
place,
social distancing
this place
because we're
is
outside.
awesome. They have awesome margaritas.
Great
The food is
food.
great. We're actually having some strawberry daiquiris, which Mel recommended, by the way.
Yum.
And it is excellent. We're sitting on a patio. It's not too hot right now.
It's actually not bad right now.
And they have live music going on. So how can you not sit on
It
the patio?
doesn't get any better than this.
This is awesome. This is awesome. But anyway, it has been a few months since we got to investigate there at the Tomball Museum. It's a beautiful, beautiful home. Actually,
Great stuff inside.
the
to look
whole
at.
area, you can explore this whole area. There's a, what is a cotton gin? There's the
I think
church,
it's a schoolhouse.
the church that we got to go into. There's another
The church is beautiful.
there's another house behind that actual house. Mary, thank you, Mary, for giving us
Thank
the
you,
tour.
Mary. We had a great time at this.
How awesome was that
She
tour
was
that she
good.
gave us?
She was really good.
Now, keep in mind, people, we had 2 hours to investigate. You know, so it didn't give us a lot of time
And
to
we
really.
didn't even get to go upstairs.
We didn't get to go upstairs, which I think it was
They
off
were really
limits.
steep.
We
I couldn't have
wanted
done it anyway, though.
to go upstairs.
I was on crutches.
But that's another rule
That's
that
it.
we have. We gotta follow the rules. We can't disrespect. We could have easily said, "Oh, we're gonna sneak up there after she leaves." No, we're not
didn't
gonna
do
do that.
that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that because we gotta respect the rules, especially at museums like this where they have rules in place, not just to protect the people, but to protect the actual history of the house.
items,
you know, they
the
want to
items.
keep people out of there. So I completely understand that, and it's so worth the time spent to take the tour. Even if you don't do the investigation, I strongly recommend it. How much was it? $5 a person?
I think it was.
People, $5 a person for a 2-hour tour.
Great time.
Is awesome. And we did get special permission to do an after-hours tour, but anybody can do that. Anybody can call and request an after-hours tour. She'll be more than happy to give it to you. On the regular tour, she'll walk you to the cotton gin, to the other house. But since we were on a very limited time, we cut the tour really, really short. But we did go experience the church. But then we came back, and so there was some light. The light was flickering. There was flickering. I think
the light flickered.
I think it's electrical.
Light
It was coincidental that it happened whenever she was telling us the history of the place. But again, it could be electrical, it could be coincidence. But we may have picked up a possible disembodied voice.
A little sound.
You know, and as y'all saw and heard, it actually sounded better on the voice recorder. Mel, what do you think? Do you think it could have possibly been the missing sister or somebody that still is in the house? I mean, what do you think of the voice? I mean,
The voice, it was just a sound. I don't think we ever came out with a word. It's hard to tell who it is or what they were saying, but it was just something on the video, on the recorder that wasn't there to start with.
but it sounded like they were trying to say something,
Like
but it just didn't come through.
yeah.
So
Maybe that was all the energy they could manifest.
And now, could it have been one of us? Somebody could have just accidentally murmured something?
Anything is possible.
It could have been. It could have been. I'm completely open to that. So now I'm going to leave it up for interpretation.
For sure.
Because, you know,
As we do all of our work.
Absolutely. I can't explain it, but again, I'm not going to say it was a spirit right there with us.
All we know is it wasn't there when we got there. It just happened to appear on our voice recorder, and like you, we're trying to figure it out as well.
And the mystery of the fourth missing sister, Mel, what do you think of that?
It's so odd that there's no records of her.
There's no records.
That's very peculiar.
The picture,
There's
even
a story there that we don't know all the ins
even
and
the
outs
picture
of.
that they have posted, that they have on there.
She was a grown woman.
She's not even there. She's not even in it. So
I thought she was in
No,
one.
she's not even in it. That's the mystery.
Oh.
That's the mystery. So why
It had all of the girls minus one. What happened to the other
missing
sister?
How,
No, she couldn't tell us.
How she doesn't even know. She's been a no since.
Well, there's not a record of her or anything, right?
Yeah.
We don't even know what her
They
name
don't
was,
even
do
know.
we?
I don't think so.
Somehow, some
And I
way.
know y'all are gonna ask, how do we even know there was a fourth sister? Well, we don't
We
know,
don't.
but
that
going
was
by
the
what they
history.
tell us. Going by what they tell us. They told us that there was. So
we have to assume that. We have to believe them.
So we're gonna go by that. Either way, people have experienced weird stuff there. There's somebody saw a woman in period clothing standing there, as Mary had mentioned. Whether it's really, really haunted or not, I can't tell you. But you know what? It was a fairly quiet night. A couple weird things happened, and we heard that voice. But I would say out of 5, I would give it maybe a 2 or 3 rating. So out of 5 K2 lights,
we're going 3.
I'm going maybe 2,
Maybe
2.5,
3, yeah.
3. Yeah, I'll give 3 at the most.
I'll give them 2.5 just for the story because it was awesome.
The experience
The
overall.
missing sister made it worth that extra half a point.
But the experience there, I give it a 5. Tomball in of itself as a road trip is freaking awesome. Tejas chocolate, we know it's haunted because it was on Travel Channel among other articles that's appeared online and in magazines. The food is amazing, man. The mead right down the street, the mead was amazing. Tomball in of itself has this
great little
great
town.
feel on the weekends, like right now it's Saturday, but there's this good vibe.
Right.
There's this bohemian vibe where
Good
people
energy.
just want to hang out, sit on a patio, and have a
drink,
great
have
time.
a smile, listen to music.
What do you think, Mel? The Main Street crossing, that place, right?
That place is really cool if you want to go listen to some music.
Just some live music.
Yeah, there's lots of good venues in Tomball though.
There's some good haunted antique stores. One of them, by the way, we investigated before, which will be a subject of either a paranormal trip flashback or
always good.
or a new updated investigation. But here's what I'm thinking. I think it's gonna be a combination of both. So
we gotta work it in there.
We're gonna do that soon. So I'm not gonna tell exactly where it's at now, but it will be coming pretty soon. I strongly recommend you guys coming to Tomball. The road trip out here is awesome. It's amazing. Awesome drinks on a nice warm night. The history out here is really, really cool. Got a very historic feel out here. Man, a lot of these stores that the shops it's just got a really, really good feel. I strongly recommend you guys taking a road trip and coming out of Tomball. And I usually like to end these follow-up videos with a little lesson learned. And actually, there's a really, really good lesson.
We always have a lot of lessons learned.
There's a really good lesson learned from that night, but I'm not going to touch on that. But I am going to touch a little bit on current events. All right. So I'm gonna give 2 cents, 2 shillings on current events, and it has to do with history. Okay. I don't like making this project political at all. To be honest with you, to be honest with you, I respect all perspective, whether I agree with them or not. It doesn't matter, and I'm not going to touch on that, on the whole toppling of statues, or I don't care. I don't care where you stand. Hey, leave your comments, whatever, and that's fine as long as they're respectful. But here's what I do want people to really do is to learn history. I mean, actually read and learn and appreciate history. It's not just
you
about.
You can't just listen to what somebody says about it.
It's not just about what Mel just said, parroting talking points and opinion pieces on editorial TV shows, and especially the social medias. No. Pick up a book and learn and read history.
Yeah, just
because
learn it for
history
yourself.
is history. It's not good or bad. Well, I mean, there is bad history, but history is history.
Just is what it is.
And you have to learn history. That's one of the things that got me involved in the paranormal, is because I love history, and the paranormal just makes history come alive.
Well, we're dealing with the history in live time, in real time.
So when people say, oh, if you don't learn history, you're just bound to repeat it, which is true. But the thing is, you got to take the time to actually read, learn history, absorb it, educate yourself. Seriously, don't just parrot what you hear online and stuff that you agree with. Read both sides, but read and learn history. That's how you keep it alive. That's how you honor the lives of the people that came before us. Because yes, there's a lot of history that we want to learn from and not repeat, but there is a lot of history that maybe we do want to repeat, and not only repeat, but stand on the shoulders of giants and take what they learned and move forward and keep growing. Because history is history.
That was so well said.
It defines us. It gives us a sense of who we are and also a sense of where we're going. So people, please stay safe. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking around while me and Mel drink these awesome daiquiris and listen to some live music. And please stay safe. Invest in your health. Take some vitamin D. Me and Mel had talked about it earlier.
Get a little bit of sunshine.
Invest in Bitcoin. But guys, please stay safe. Please stay healthy, and hopefully we'll see you on the next road trip. We love you guys, and please don't forget to hit subscribe and like,
peace and love,
and because that's going to help us out. So take care, people. We love y'all.
Well, we were outside cursing up a storm too. Look, it's still flickering.
Bye.
Well, we're wrapping up. We're about to leave, and now it's flickering again. There it goes again.